It's national meets regional. It's Sidewalks Entertainment. The long-running celebrity, music, and art series. Join us for a new path to arts and entertainment.
Our guest today began his career at the tender age of 4 as a child model and has since gone on to star in more than 30 feature films, independent films, and numerous television projects, including his breakout hit, That 70s Show and Men at Work. I'd like to welcome Danny Masterson back to Sidewalks.
Hi,
Hey,
Cindy,
Danny,
how are you?
it's so great to have you with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
Oh, we loved having you the first time.
I've missed you. I've missed you very much. Have you missed me?
Of course I have.
Okay,
Come on, we had so much fun the
I get very lonely
last
when I don't
time.
hear from you, you know.
You know, I'll do better about calling. Sorry,
Please.
bad friend.
You know, just send an email, something,
Well,
just let me know that you're fine.
That I'm alive, I'm okay,
Exactly.
all is
San
well.
Francisco's still there. There's no earthquakes, you know, here or there.
We haven't
so
fallen
just
off
send
the West Coast.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's keep California where it is.
You got it. Well, can you believe that another season has gone by for Men at Work?
I know, it's really exciting. It feels like, you know, a couple months ago I was shooting the pilot hoping it was going to get picked up. And now people are really responding. They're really enjoying the show. It's great, you know. We couldn't be happier.
So where do things sort of pick up for your character, Milo Foster?
You know, I guess the first 2 seasons, as people know, Milo was sort of, had been super brokenhearted and they were trying to get him back on his feet. I'd say he's now back on his feet. He's had some girlfriends and had some things go terribly wrong with those girlfriends. And basically this season is going to find him wanting to make a career change and sort of go for it. So he ends up quitting Full Steam magazine to become a novelist. And at which point I'm basically basing my new character of Milo off of Nick Nolte's drunk photo from years ago where he's like in his pajamas with crazy hair, and that's the new version of Milo for season 3.
Oh my gosh.
It's been
There's going to be
it's
some
been
fun.
a lot of fun, yeah.
The writers are going to have fun with this, I can tell.
Yes, Brecken
Well,
especially
and
has
not
been
only-
having fun with it.
Not only that, but you've also got some fun things planned with some guest stars as well.
Yeah, we've got J.K. Simmons back on the show, who plays, you know, the owner of the magazine. Person I'm most excited about is David Krumholtz, who's one of my favorite actors and a fellow New Yorker. He signs on for the whole season. I guess he starts about halfway through the season, and plays our new editor-in-chief. And so we have the new all the tension at work, which is great, which I think is one of the things that gets Milo to quit. Who else? Molly Sims is on this week, which has been great. I had an amazing episode with the legendary Ed Asner and another beautiful legend, Jane Seymour, who seduces Milo, and they have a couple of fun trysts on the couch, I guess you could say. And then also there's an episode where Milo has a new girlfriend played by Emmanuel Shrieky. Turns out she has an ex-girlfriend, which Milo thinks is fantastic, but the guys convince him is not, and he starts having fantasies about Emmanuel and her ex, and that keeps turning into Ryan Phillippe, which is sort of ruining his sexual fantasies, but it was fun to shoot it anyway.
So, you know, when you get a bunch of guys on the set, I can imagine it can get pretty lively.
Yeah, we do a lot of rehearsals in our underwear. You know, there's a lot of grab ass, towel whipping, throwing the soap around, doing that kind of stuff.
Who is the biggest prankster, and what was the best prank played?
Oh, I think probably Adam Bush is the best prankster, who plays Neil. And he got all of us the middle of the first season with the old saran wrap on the toilet bowls. Because our dressing room bathrooms are very, very dark, so you can't see anything. And so luckily I was too aware and saw it using my ninja skills. Michael Cassidy and James LaSure, however, they got the old wet shin, we could call it.
Well,
it's an oldie, but it's a goodie.
Well, you know,
sometimes the classics work.
Clearly it did.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you have been very busy between seasons. I know you shot a couple of films that are to be released in 2014.
Yeah.
Do you allow yourself very much downtime? Like, how much time do you actually get off from Men at Work and,
Well,
you know?
one of the things about what I do for a living is we're mostly paid to wait, you know? So when we're working, that's the fun part, and that feels like camp. It feels like, you know, playground time. And then you're getting paid to sort of sit around in between takes and kind of wait for the cameras to set up. And so going to work is really fun, and, you know, I get to work with a crew of 100 people, and I enjoy all their company, and everyone has a different story, and some we talk sports, some talk politics, some we talk weather, some we talk about beard grooming. But so, you know, for me, being at work is, you know, I could work every single day of the week. It's great.
Well, you played the character of Stephen Hyde on that 70s show for, gosh, I think the show was on for 8 years.
Yeah.
As an actor, it must be very rewarding to see a character that you really sort of birthed. You brought it to life. Were you ready to let him go when the show ended? Was it time?
I think at the time it felt like it was the time. Looking back, you're like, I could have done that a few more years. It was so fun. I think that that whole cast on 70s all wishes that we had sort of continued, but it felt right to go to bow out at 200 episodes, as opposed to 225 or 240 or, you know, some strange number.
Right.
And yeah, it was great. You know, it's funny, if you watch the first couple episodes of that 70s show, everyone's sort of all over the map, and then each one starts defining their character over the weeks. And I think the same thing is happening here with Men at Work, where over the first season you sort of figure out who's doing what and how they are, and the characters change a little bit. And that's just, you know, the writers getting used to your voice and vice versa.
Sure, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. Now, I've read that you are a big card player. Is that true?
What, I'm a big what?
You play a lot of poker? You're a big card player. Do you play a lot of poker?
I have been known to pull some all-nighters at the poker table, yes.
Why,
so do you
is this
play
something?
A lot?
You know what? I actually do play Hold'em. I'm not too bad, knock wood, but
Challenge
you know,
accepted.
when.
Challenge accepted.
Pardon me?
Challenge accepted.
Well, next time you're in San Francisco, buddy, my house. You bring the beer.
Done. I would love to do that.
So do you ever get the opportunity to actually go and play some of the bigger poker tournaments across the country? Like, do you join in at all, or?
I mean, if I wasn't working, I would go to the World Series and sit there for a month and just sort of grind it out. I've played in the big tournament at the World Series, the main event, a couple times. Made it to the second day, end of the second day a few times, but I have not cashed yet.
Yeah.
But I did always get my money in with the best hand when I lost. So, you know, that's all you can ask for.
Well, there you go. Well, you know, we're almost out of time here, but before I let you go, I wanted to ask you about you being the co-founder of Gulf Coast Detoxification Project.
Yeah.
What is that, and why did you sort of start this project?
You know, it's something I started working with after 9/11 with all of the rescue workers in New York City who were all very, very sick from the toxic exposure. L. Ron Hubbard created a detox program that takes about 30 days, and it's incredible. Basically gets all of the toxins and drugs and radiation out of one's body through a sweat with vitamins and oils. And so we started basically raising funds to put the 9/11 guys through that, and we've, you know, saved over 1,000 guys' lives where they came into the program not being able to walk up the stairs, and 30 days later they're back at work. So quite quickly we found that, you know, there's not a lot of news coverage anymore what's happening down in Louisiana with the oil spill, and the retardants they were dropping on top of the ocean are the most toxic substances in the entire planet. And so anyone who is there working in rescue or any of the fishermen, they're swollen, they're dying of toxicity. And so we wanted to put a program down there and get them sweating and get those toxins out of them. So it's extremely successful, and you know, we're just basically as fast as the money comes in, it goes right into putting another guy into the sauna.
Right on. Getting those guys healthy is a good thing.
Yeah.
Danny, thank you so much for being with us today on Sidewalks. Always a pleasure to have you, and I look forward to that poker game.
Thank you, Cindy. Can't wait. I'm all in.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.